Hey guys, welcome again to Find the Maths. Here's a nice problem. M squared minus n squared is equal to 24. Mn is equal to 35. M plus n is what? Here's the solution. So first is this one, we can consider this as our equation 1. And this is our equation 2. So we are going to find the m plus n. Now first, let's bring down equation 1. That is m squared minus n squared equals 24. Now, if you observe this part, this is an identity. So we have the rule, an identity a squared minus b squared is also equal to a plus b times a minus b. So this is the sum and difference of two terms. Now for this one, m squared minus n squared, we can write it as m plus n times m minus n equals 24. Next is we can square both sides. So this is squared and this is squared. And then here we can put m plus n squared, and the other one is m minus n squared in equals 24 squared. We can write it as, without the parentheses, 24 squared. Now for these two, we have m plus n squared and m minus n squared. This is also an identity. So we have an identity a plus b squared is also equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Another identity is a minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So if we follow this, we can write this as m squared plus 2mn plus n squared. Other one, m squared minus 2mn plus n squared equals 24 squared. Now, if you observe, we have mn here and also here. And if we go back to our problem, equation 2 is mn is equal to 35. So we have the value for mn, which is equal to 35. And for this 35, we can use this to substitute here. So this is now m squared plus 2 times 35 plus n squared times m squared minus 2 times 35 plus n squared equals 24 squared. So now let's multiply. So this is now m squared plus n squared plus 70, because 2 times 35 is equal to 70 times m squared plus n squared. Negative 2 times 35 is negative 70. So this is minus 7p equals 24 squared. Now, for this two, we can say that this is look like an identity a plus b times a minus b. Or this is equal to a squared minus b squared. So this is our a, and this is our b. And this side, this is our a, and this is our b. So to write that one, this is now m squared plus n squared whole to the power of 2 minus our b, which is 70 squared, equals 24 squared. Now, we can take minus 70 squared through the other side. So this is now m squared plus n squared whole to the power of 2 is equal to 24 squared plus 70 squared. And this is m squared plus n squared whole to the power of 2 is equal to 24 squared is 576 plus 70 squared is 4,900. And if we add this is now m squared plus n squared whole to the power of 2 is equal to 5,476. Now let's remove this squared by inserting a radical both sides. So this is cancelled, and also the radical. Now the remaining is m squared plus n squared is equal to square root of 5,476 is equal to positive negative 74. So this is the value for m squared plus n squared, which is positive negative 74. Now to continue, for n squared plus n squared is equal to positive negative 74, we can write this as m plus n whole squared is equal to positive negative 74. Now, this is an identity, and we can take its expanded form. So that is m plus n squared is equal to the expanded form, which is m squared plus 2mn plus n squared. And we can arrange this. That is m squared plus n squared plus 2mn. And then m squared plus m squared, we have the value for this, which is positive negative 74. And we can substitute this here. And for mn, we have the value which is equal to 35. And again, we can substitute this here. And then mn, we have the value which is 35. And we can substitute this here. So this is now equals m squared plus n squared. That is positive negative 74 plus 2 times 35. Now this is, don't forget, let's bring down m plus n squared equals positive negative 74 plus 2 times 35 is 70. Now for this, we can have two solutions since this is positive or negative. So press is the positive, and that is m plus n squared equals positive 74 plus 70. And that is m plus n squared equals 74 plus 70 is 144. Now let's remove this squared by inserting a radical both sides. Use the radical, also the radical. So this is now cancelled. And we have m plus n is equal to The square root of 144 is positive negative 12. Now, this is the first value of m plus n, which is positive or negative 12. Now, second one is negative. So we have m plus n squared is equal to negative 74 plus 7p. Now, this is m plus n squared equals negative 74 plus 7p is negative 4. Now, to remove the squared, let's insert a radical both sides. So this is cancelled, and also the radical. So we're left with m plus n is equal to, for this we can separate square root of negative times the square root of 4. The square root of negative is equivalent to I. And the square root of 4 is equivalent to positive negative 2. So we can multiply this. This is now m plus n is equal to positive negative 2i. And this is our second value of m plus n, which is equal to positive negative 2i. The first one is this. M plus n is equal to positive negative 12. Therefore, the values of m plus n is positive negative 12 and positive negative 2i. And that's all for today. For more exciting videos, don't forget to like and subscribe to Fun with Bats.